Welcome everybody. Here's the latest edition of Building Charts the Easy Way, part 2. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell icon. The first chart we're going to look at is a process control chart, and it's looking at the rolling mean. So the mean changes over time. And we can see there's some quite significant spikes. In particular, in July around the 7th, there was quite a dramatic change in the data. We're going to look at the process control with a mean that's flat. So that's the mean for the entire data set. And we can see some of those peaks once again. And as we drill further in, we can identify. That's a time-aware chart that's allowing that to happen. Right, the next one we're building is a correlation chart. So let's have a look. Adding sales, and we need to add gross profit. We need two fields, and the correlation between sales and gross profit is quite strong. And we'll have a look at employee name. And when we do that, we'll see that one of the salespeople, Tom Lindwall, has less correlation. So he's someone to investigate and see what he's doing with sales and what's happening with his gross profit. Okay, we're doing mutual information. So this is identifying the dependency between the various items inside the analysis. And so we're going to do quite a few of these on the way through. And we'll start with the category name. Not a huge amount of dependency there. We're looking for a higher number. And we'll pick on the customer. And again, it's around the same amount, around the 40–50% mark. We'll also look at the supplier. And suppliers in between those two, so not a noticeable dependency different from the others. Look at the city. Again, city doesn't seem to have a big dependency on gross profit, so there's no huge differences there. We've got the hire date for employees. That doesn't have any dependency at all. And we're going to drill down and have a look at the shipping costs, see what that does. Shipping cost, again, quite a low dependency on gross profit. And so we'll have a look at discount. And when we do discount, we can see that there's a notable dependency between the amount of discount given and the gross profit. So that's a good insight. That would indicate it makes sense to go and have a look at all the discounts that are being given for the various sales. Okay. Next one is clustering. So k-means clustering allows groups of data to be clustered using the k-means formula. And that happens automatically in Qlik. We don't have to figure it out ourselves. We need two. We've got some of sales and some of gross profit, and we're looking at it by supplier. And so what we're seeing is that some suppliers in that red cluster are quite profitable, and there's quite a few smaller pieces. I'm using the lasso to go and grab some data at the bottom end here. And we can have a look at some of those less profitable and less sales suppliers to have a look at them. There's some that are really quite low. So it's, again, an opportunity to go and investigate. In the anomalies chart, we're looking for spikes in performance. We're going to look at gross profit, and we'll do that by order date. And that you can see a spike in that July piece. Remember, there was that sales piece that was quite high. You know, we're identifying that spike, and Qlik's identifying that. It's a little bit hard to see in the video, but there's a red indicator on that particular date. Okay, we'll look at the next one. And this is a trend line for the spikes. It'll be slightly different in its performance. Oh, sorry, we've gone straight to period over period. We didn't do that one. So period over period, I can see the performance for sales across those periods. And that's looking at two different periods on the chart, which is nice. We're now looking at changes in periods. So we can look at the performance and how it's changed between two periods. And we're doing that country and city And when we open the analysis, we can see that between November 2021 and December 2021, there were a few where the country and city was higher, but mostly they were smaller. Okay, we're going to the next. This period changes now becomes the detailed analysis of the same kind of thing. This time we're going to look at gross profit, and we'll analyze a dimension there around the office location, and we're going to look at order date once again. And so when we open this analysis, we can see down the bottom here, in the bullet chart, we can see which of the offices is getting close to good performance. And we'll see a lot of red there, and we'll see Nice is quite high. Nice had quite small sales the period before and has done very well in the December period. And our very last one to have a look at is period over period selected. And we'll do something similar to what we did before. We'll look at gross profit. We'll have a look at the region, and we'll have a look at when we find it, the country, the customer, okay? And we'll do it by order date. So when we open this analysis, we can have some indication of customers, and I'll choose a customer with probably not many sales, but we can analyze what's happened in the two periods by choosing a number of those till we get some good performance in our chart. Now we can see the comparison between the two periods. We can see what the gross profit was in period 1, what it was in period 2. And if you like this one, we've gone right through. Subscribe, like, click the bell icon. Louern looks after best practices for its clients. It mentors people.